Hey guys, my name is Squirrelador. Welcome back to Minecraft PS4 edition. Now, this episode, this is a re-recording because I found out that my recording wasn't working and my mic was off the whole entire time. So, towards the other sections of the video are still recorded with my voice, but this section so happened didn't get recorded. So, this is a re-recording of making it quick and simple and sweet. But other than that, this is a video about how to make your own adventure map / horror map. So let's get right into it. I'll get to that in later in the video. But this is just a simple tutorial on how to make adventure maps. Let's do this. Okay, so first up, search skin. When you're searching for your skins for the adventure map, you want to have something that basically tells the story, or it's a part of the antagonist or the second, not main character, but second to main character. Either it can be somebody that can help you along the story, or it can be the main antagonist or villain or a monster or something. Now, the particular way that I like to do my adventure maps or horror maps is I don't really upload them to Minecraft forums where you can download the map yourself, unless I make an adventure map that requires just for you to be by yourself. But if it's a map to where it requires the monster in it, then I friend the people that want to play the map, and then if I upload the trailer for a new adventure map, you drop your PSN in the comments, and then I add you, and then you come up on my world, and then I record you, and then if you have a YouTube channel, you can record it for your YouTube channel. You don't even have to give me credit. You can just go ahead and just play the game and just have something for your channel. I really don't mind at all. I'm not the picky kinds of people that say, "Oh, copyright's my game." But anyway, so you search your skin. Now I have this here because you don't necessarily have to have a skin to be a certain monster. So you have your skin or your monster or whatever you think of, and you have to have a story behind it. Now, with the story, which brings me to pick a texture pack. Now, your texture pack is very important because it has to be you wouldn't want to have a horror map and it'd be on candy texture pack or straight up plastic. No, I mean, unless your story has to do around plastic or whatever you think of. But you pick your texture pack. I have chosen the Fallout texture pack, or the Fallout edition texture pack, because it fits well with this skin right here that I've chosen. Because I looked at this skin before and I was like, whoa, that's Jason. I'm a huge fan of Jason. Dude, I should make a map around this. And that inspired me to make my very first good horror map, and it's called Monsters and Corridors, and I'll leave a link to that video in the description if you haven't seen it already. Go check it out. I play with Chris from Game Buds, and I play with Roger too. I don't remember if it's a part, he had a channel before then, but I'll leave a link to both of their YouTube channels in the description. Now, coming up next is plot. Plot is very important to the story, and the reason I say that is because you don't want to end up and go into a game where there's no story and you literally can't even make sense of it. Slenderman, yeah, there's a story. Slender the 8 Pages, when it first came out, it wasn't originally a creepypasta or a game yet. It was actually just a meme. It was a meme that was created, but it so happened to turn into something that was scary, and people actually thought it was real, and it just went all kinds of crazy. But it's like the Slenderman the 8 Pages when it first came out. There was no story. All you knew was to collect the 8 pages, and that there was a guy named Slenderman with no face, suit, really tall. He could teleport, and he would go after you. Each page you got, it got harder. So that was basically the basis of the story, somewhat, but it didn't have a plot, a hardcore plot. That's when Slender the Arrival came in and delivered the plot. That had a plot that had the punchline, that had the excitement, that had you understand what was going on. And you see, sometimes you don't just want to put the plot in the very beginning of the game. This is what happens, you're here, this is the end of the, this is what happens when you get to the end of it. No, you don't want to do that, because it ruins it. As in, you don't want to have like a plot twist at the end. If you want to have a plot twist, go ahead. That would make it so much better, actually. But what you don't want to do is just put all the plot in the very front of the game and then have the player play the game without any excitement to it, because you want them to learn the story as they go along, much like Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, some people think that game is cancerous, I quote, or stupid. The only thing that I don't really like about it is the freaking fan base. Like, it's I will admit, that's cringe. That is cringe. The game itself is really good. I like the game. So props to you, Scott Cawthon. You get a little golf clap. But in his games, you start off not knowing anything. You're in an environment, setting, everything that you just don't even know what you're doing there. Then you get the phone call. He explains what's going on. Each night goes along, and then you learn a little bit about the game. You start to put the pieces together, puzzle pieces, much like game theory. Like MatPat, I'll put a link to his channel in the description. You can watch all about his game theories about Five Nights at Freddy's. And Scott's even said that he's right. So go check him out. But plot is really very important. You put the pieces together. You're like, oh, that's what happened. Much like people watching, like, I don't know, like cop shows on TV, like investigation shows, like Castle. Like the show Castle. It was on ABC, I think. And like, you get some bits of the plot at the beginning of it, and then as it goes along, you put the pieces together, and you're like, oh my god, you know? So, I don't mean to talk forever. I really don't. I just like to explain things thoroughly so you can have a clear understanding. Now, which puts us together into setting. Now, setting is important because you have to have a place to put it at. You don't want to just have a set of woods and have just a house that you're like, here's the plot. Okay, you're in a house, and this house is in the middle of the woods, and this woods is somewhere in the somewhere in the country somewhere. Like, no one's gonna be interested in that. Like, you don't. I mean, unless it slowly picks up about where you're at. Like, it says that at the beginning of the story, then later on it tells you you're in the set of woods somewhere in, I don't know, Germany. It could be like that. Who knows? But setting is important of the game because it tells you where you are. It gives you information about what you're doing, and it just builds it all around that. Now, you can have your setting. You can have a house. You can have woods. But if you're going to have something like a horror map, something called environment is very important, because you can have a house, a bright, colorful, lit up house, but it's not really scary because the environment is very important to the story itself. Because you can have a house with lights on, cute dogs, cute cats. It's not scary. So what you need to do is add environment. Like, you need to have a flickering light, all the lights off, but like a few flickering lights. And then take the animals. You say the animals are infected with a disease, but they're unaware that you're like your fresh meat or something. It adds a little bit of flavor to the burger you're biting in, because the burger may look good, the burger may sound good, smell good, but when you taste it, you don't really get satisfied, if you understand. Which also brings me to the quote-unquote burger. That's actually a good method to putting together a map, is a burger. I know it sounds stupid, but hear me out. So you got the taste down, all right? But now you got to know what's in the burger. You got to know the ingredients. You got to know what's there, what makes it important. So, and this is going to be great explanations. So you're going to have elements and items. I should have put items and elements, because an item has to be the element within the environment, within the setting, within the plot that is important. You have to have something that you can hold on to that actually means something to the plot, much like Slenderman. Slenderman, you have pages, because pages is very important in the story or in the game, because you have it and it means something, because if you have it, that means he's more active, he's going to come after you more, it's going to be a harder game. Or like in Slender the Arrival, whenever they did a remake, they had the pages, and they also had descriptions and storylines and backgrounds of whatever else they were going to do with the pages and everything else. So they put all of those together and crammed it into the game. which made it the element. And the element of which is, okay, you have your item. And your item has a significance, and that significance is the element. So let's say you'll see in the preview or whatever, I put all this together in a quick 30-minute build that I crammed together all in one that had a story plot and everything else. But when you have the element, let's say you have, I don't know, let's say you have a glass of water in a museum and you're a burglar and you're going in there and you're stealing this glass of water. But then you read the description of the water and it says, for those who drink the water will become immortal. And you're like, oh my gosh, I want this. I need this. Like, it creates the element. It makes you wonder why you need it, if you're going to get it. It just builds up this whole entire suspense that makes you go deeper into the story, which makes it so much cooler. Really, it is. And with all this being said, you got your elements and items, or your items and elements put together within the environment that you're going through just to get the item, and in that environment has the setting, and the setting is where you're at in the story, what's going down, and what's going down is the plot. And the plot is the story. It is the straight up story. And then in the story, you have what it looks like. You have the feel of it. This goes in within the environment. This makes it happen. And then, of course, you have the antagonist, or the person helping you in the story. And with all of this, all the way down the road, you need to, at the very end, you need to test everything. You need to make sure it works. For example, whenever you're making a horror map, like I did when I first started making horror maps back in the day, whenever I made them, I got scared making the games as I was making them. That's when I knew that was my talent. I knew how to make scary things because, all games don't have to be sunshine and rainbows. They can be dark, gruesome, Slender Man, all monsters, Jason Voorhees, and all that fun stuff that people like to get jump scared on. But if the map you're making is enough to scare you and make your hairs on your back and arms raise, then that is enough. You need to keep pushing towards the end of it, and at the very end of it, you need to keep going. You need to make it, finish it. And then whenever it's so satisfying when you have someone play the game and you hear them putting the plot together, and you hear them realizing that all isn't okay, and then they see the jump scares that you put towards them. It really takes effect. Like, seriously, go look through my videos on horror maps, my other horror maps, or I'm also doing horror concept videos, which means I'm putting out different ideas that you can use to make your own horror maps. But I play with Chris all the time, and whenever I see his reaction, like in Monsters and Corridors, link to the video is in the description. You hear him get scared. You hear him freak out. Just everything. I don't know. I don't remember if the audio from him is in that video or another one. No, it's in Slender. It's in the Slender game. But go check those videos out. I have a few of them. But it's satisfying to hear them get jump scared at something that you made, and that's when you know I'm good at this, and then you can just make more of it. It's so cool. So with all this being said and all this being put together, well, I guess it's time for the preview, or what I put together within 30 minutes. So, guys, I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you after it. All right. Enjoy, guys. And there you guys go. That is how you make your own adventure / horror, whatever adventure map you want to make. But that was basically everything that I talked about in one little simple and sweet, quick and easy little maps that I just made. And I literally made it within 30 minutes. It didn't even take me that long. So that is basically it. That is all the elements that you need. That is basically also, I said that it was a bonus. I want to show you guys something up here, right over here. And this is literally all the redstone that went into it, and it basically put all the emotion into it. Like I had one flickering, and I had one that's just going back and forth, on and off. But yeah, guys, it's like the easiest thing you can do, and then put all of your creative elements inside the game, which is so cool, as long as you took the time to do it. Like, at first, when I first started making, maps, I literally always rushed the game, and I would always rush to the end of it, and it wasn't that good. And, all this built up, the first horror map I really ever made was a Slender replica, but I didn't really have any excitement to it. So then I made one. If you watched my videos already, I'll put a link to it in the description. I played with Chris and what's his name? Roger. And I'll put a link to the video in the description that we did together on my channel, and it's called Monsters and Corridors. And of course, it's got my perspective. I'm not sure if Chris still has the video or not, because he did a clean sweep of his channel a few months back. And yeah, I'll leave that link in the description so you guys can go check it out, because it didn't really have a story, but it had all the elements in it. It was just one of those survival, exciting maps, kind of like Slender. It didn't really need a story. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, and if you want to give me a hint or anything, or just ask me anything in the description, what am I talking about? In the comments, leave something in the comments if you want me to try and answer a question. I'll answer it the best I can. If you need to know anything, I'll let you know. Just drop it all in the comments. I don't care. Also, subscribe today. I'm almost at 50 subscribers. I think I passed 20-something followers on Instagram, which is pretty good. I haven't even checked my Twitter in God knows how long. But yeah, to get the word out there for my videos, I actually share with a friend too if they like Minecraft or any kind of these videos. And also hit the bell notification squad. It lets you know every time I upload a video. And let's go for 50,000. No, let's just go for 1 like. 1 like, that's it. And if I get 1 like, I will I don't know, I will probably do something. If I get 1 like, I'm gonna make another video. How about that? I'm probably not gonna get any likes. Damn it, I didn't think about that. But I'll like it myself. Shut up. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay cool, stay squirrely. Bye.